Over the last 4 weeks for Core-Vember, we've been talking about the different pieces to the puzzle when talking about core stability and what makes up the core. As a finisher, we're going to go ahead and give you 3 exercises that incorporate the whole core from our scapulas down to our hips. So Bridget's going to demonstrate here a lateral walkout with a pull-off press. So she's going to come into a quarter squat. She's going to maintain engagement through her shoulder blades and a nice neutral spine. From here, she's going to walk out a couple of steps. As there is increasing tension on the band, she's not going to let the band rotate her. At the end, she's going to add 2 presses, again, maintaining neutral spine, stable through her mid-back, and then she'll walk back in, again, controlling it, not letting the band win. Go ahead and go through that one more time. So this is a really nice exercise because it's going to engage all aspects of the core.
Next, we're going to talk about bird dogs. There's many different variations of bird dogs, but I'm going to show you the 2 that are my favorite today. So in a bird dog, you're going to extend the opposite arm and the opposite leg. So Kyle is going to demonstrate. And as you reach out, it's very easy to allow this part of your back to arch or to overextend this leg, and as you lift, arching your back too much. So you want to keep your chest nice and open, engaging your core, engaging your glute. Go ahead and come back in, reaching forward, pulling that pelvis into your rib cage, thinking of that connection, not letting your abdominal muscles disconnect. These can be, you can go ahead and come back and relax. These can be one of the laziest exercises if you allow it to be. So make sure to check your form, videotape yourself, check yourself in the mirror. Then next I'm going to show another way to increase the difficulty. So another way to not only add difficulty, but to ensure that you're actually engaging your muscles correctly and really watching your pelvic position and having a nice neutral spine, is to take a bench, or if you have another object of similar height, you're going to extend the opposite arm and leg, and you're going to hook your heel up underneath this bench, and you're pressing up into the bench, not pushing back, just pressing up, lifting, thinking about drawing that pelvic to your rib cage or pubic bone to diaphragm. Keeping that nice and connected and not arching your back. Go ahead and relax. You can do this for a hold or for a slight pause, alternating sides. And that's it for bird dogs.
All right, so I'm here with Cassie. We're going to be demonstrating dead bugs as one of the exercises for our Core-Vember. We're going to start laying on your back. You're going to bring your feet up so your knees and hips are at 90-degree angles and your arms straight up in the air. So you're going to find that neutral position, engaging your lower abdomen so you don't have a gap between your lower back and the floor. And we're going to start out by opposite leg, just like your bird dogs. You're just doing it you're flipped over basically. So you're going to extend your leg and the opposite arm. And you're just going to extend out as far as you can before your hip starts to bring your lower back off the ground. And do a couple more. And if extending your leg is too difficult and you don't have that control yet, we're going to keep the same bend in your knee, and you're just going to drop your heel to the floor. And then as that gets easier, you're slowly going to start extending your leg further and further. All right, so our last variation today is a weighted dead bug. So we're going to get back up into our dead bug position, and then we're going to do a weight overhead. So I'm going to hand Cassie a light kettlebell here. Now, instead of doing obviously alternating arms, because she's holding on to the weight with both, we're just going to be alternating the feet. And that weight's just going to hang overhead the whole time. With that outstretched position, it's going to make it much harder to keep your core tight and stable and keep pressing into that mat with your lower back.